All praise, honor, and glory goes unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, peace and blessings unto the elect remnant of the nation of Israel, men, women, and children. Shalom. Lord, within this lesson is edifying, brief, precise, and to the point. You receive something from this. This is going to be quick, in which we know Monday Eve to Tuesday Eve mark the beginning of a new month, a new moon, which is the Sabbath. This is how it's observed according to our heritage and customs. This is what our forefathers used to mark the feast day of the new moon, the high holy day, all right, a Sabbath, a rest day, all right, for their month, all right, into the next new moon. You know, this is how we keep track of time according to the lunar cycle. All right, of course, scriptures tell us, all right, you look up for thy salvation and draw nigh, all right. And the Lord will give us signs and wonders in the sky, blood, moons, wolf moons, all right. And so the constellations, the Lord speaks through that. And, of course, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. We may have to work on the Sabbath, all right, majority of the time, but we're rehearsing the righteous acts, all right. And this is a part of it. Let's go here real quick, all right, before I grab scriptures that I had. Right, Judges 5 and 11, real quick. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water. Drawing water is symbolism of captivity, servitude, oppression, in which we're currently drawing waters, all right, in the land of America, all right, Rome 2.0, right, Mystery Babylon, the Great America, all right. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashmal Shah, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. So, right, of course, we're rehearsing the righteous acts. We're not going to be totally judged according to the law, statutes, and commandments, in which we uphold it and keep it and believe. All right, that's the standard. All right, we are to live by it. All right, but we know, all right, certain people of our nation were put to death, all right, for transgressing or trespassing or overstepping the bounds of the Sabbath. All right, it's a rest day. All right, you can look up some scriptures on that, but I saw that to say this is Sirach 43 and verse 5. It says, great is the Lord Yahweh Bashmal Shah that made it, and at his commandment runneth hastily. All right, they're speaking of the sun, the moon, the stars, every constellation, all right, or everything that's in the sky, all right. Sirach 43 and verse 6, he made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. Sirach 43 and 6, he made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times, right, to declare the times, all right. A ruler, a measuring stick, all right, for time, all right. Hence the Sabbath. This is how you mark the Sabbath. It's not from Friday's Eve to Saturday Eve, all right, that you read on the calendar. No, all right. It's according to the lunar cycle of the moon and a sign of the world. From the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. Sirach 43 and 8, the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. The beauty of heaven, the glory of stars, an ornament giving light in the highest places of the Lord. You see, let's go here real quick. This is Isaiah 66 in verse 22. For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me, saith the Lord, so shall your seed and your name remain. All right, and they're speaking to that of the kingdom of heaven. There's a new time period and age in which is being preached now. All right, so Isaiah 66 and 23, and our seed shall remain, we shall be immortal, right, made in the image of Yahweh Shah, the new covenant. All right, fulfilling the law, such commandments, being perfect. All right, Isaiah 66 and 23. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon, all right, from 1 month, all right, so that's how you mark the month, according to the new moon cycle, all right, for that, period of time, that month, all right, the same time that month, all right, Whatever day it is, that will be the Sabbath. All right. It says Isaiah 6:23, and it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, said the Lord Yahweh, Bashmal Shah. You see? So this is a prelude to the kingdom of heaven, how it's going to go, and it's being laid out. Let's get this word new moon. All right, as we just read in Surah 43. Lord, when this is making sense. All right, Quadash, I believe.
Strong's H2320. Chodesh.
Kodesh.
Chodesh.
All right, masculine noun. All right, outline of biblical usage. The new moon monthly, the first day of the month. The lunar month. All right, the lunar month. Let's look this up. A lunar month is the time it takes the moon to complete one full cycle of phases, spanning approximately 29.5 days. All right, so let's go here real quick. I got this pulled up. All right, this is July 2026, and you see Tuesday, the 14th, is the new moon. That will be a feast day for us, a time of feasting. Right, it's still a rest day. All right, but you get amongst brethren, read the scriptures, rest if you have the opportunity to be in the spirit. All right, you can fast. All right, if you choose. All right, but it's really a feast day. All right, you can look in the scriptures. All right, and every Tuesday Eve, all right, Monday Eve to Tuesday Eve will be the Sabbath. Sabbath. All right, you see. So without further ado, let's continue on. All right, you can read it. New moon, July 14th. All right, you see. So let's keep reading. Let's go to Amos chapter 8. So this is how we observe the Sabbath according to our heritages and our customs, not all right according to Esau's calendar. All right, because he has distorted the times. All right, scripture says, "You shall think to change times." All right, and so forth and so on. All right, to try to distort prophecy. All right, in the second coming of Yahweh Shah and Jacob's trouble and so forth and so on, but it's not going to happen. All right, he can't prolong his days. Amos chapter 8 and verse 4. It says, "Hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great, and falsifying the balances by deceit." All right. This is Amos 8 and 5 NLT. You can't wait for the Sabbath day to be over and the religious festivals to end so you can get back to cheating the helpless. All right. This is what our people were doing. And it was marking the new moon. All right. As when our people wanted to hurry up and do away with, observing the custom. All right. That was the indicator, the new moon and the Sabbath days. All right. Which the new moon marks the Sabbath for that month. All right. So let's grab Colossians. All right. Bear with me. Colossians 2. Then we'll close it. Just a brief lesson. Lord, will you edify by this? All right. In the kingdom of heaven, we're going to keep all our heritages and high holy days and customs perfect. All right. Because of Yahweh Shah. All right. And the new covenant, which is going to be placed inside the nation of Israel, starting with the elect. All right. Lord willing, I'm of that number. You also that believe. Let's go to Colossians real quick. 2. Colossians chapter 2. And 10. Ye are complete in him, which is the head of all principality and power, that being Yahweh Shah. He's the head of all these demons on the left-hand side and of the righteous principalities on the right. The angels, our brethren, all right, the church, the body, the righteous men upon earth, the righteous spirits, should I say, the men, women, and children. We are complete through him, his sacrifice, his walk, all right, and what he fulfilled for us, all right. Colossians 2 and 11, in whom also ye are circumcised with the circumcision made without hands, and putting off the body of the sins of the flesh by the circumcision of Hamashiach Yahushai. Bear with him in baptism, wherein also ye are risen with him through the faith of the operation of the Most High, who have raised him from the dead. And you, being dead in your sins and the uncircumcision of your flesh, hath he quickened together with him, having forgiven you all trespasses. So, right, you know, if we're of that elect remnant, through the blood of Yahweh Shah, we have been forgiven all our trespasses in this current, incarnation, should I say, in previous ones. All right, and any, thing that we're going to do in the future has been forgiven. All right, it's already forgiven through Yahweh Shai for the elect, but we hope and pray that their blood covers us. All right, Colossians 2 in verse 14, blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us, right? The law, statutes, commandments, the ordinances, the high holy days, the sacrifices, all right, the carnal ordinances, the customs we would have to keep, all right, which was contrary to us, and took it out on the way, nailing it to the cross. All right, and the Sabbath was one of those, the high holy days. All right, we all profaned it. We're not keeping it in its perfection. We're rehearsing it. All right, but we have a conscious effort, a willingness to uphold our customs. All right, and through Yahweh Shai, that bridge that is going to be, the gap in the bridge is going to be put together through his sacrifice, for lack of better words. Colossians 2 in verse 14, blotting out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us, which was contrary to us, and took it out of the way, nailing it to his cross. And having spoiled principalities and powers, he made a shoe of them openly, triumphing over them in it. Right? Let no man therefore judge you in meat, or in drink, or in respect of an holy day, or of the new moon, right? Or of the Sabbath days, which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of a Mashiach. All right. So, there you have it, man. Lord, when this less edifying and comforting, you receive something from it. All praise, honor, and glory goes into Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Peace and blessings unto the elect. To next lesson, Shalom.